It's been a tough last 24 hours for the national carrier Air India. Several of its flights have been delayed because of several reasons. Hundreds of passengers have had almost endless waits. This is the last thing Air India needed as it works to reinvent its identity.
Thousands of questions but no answers for hundreds of passengers and their relatives at the Indira Gandhi International Airport. The last few hours have been nightmarish. 5 international flights were delayed for several hours without clear explanations, and some people spend the time without food, water or rest.
Whenever we are asking, authorities are coming and they are just taking our 1 hour, 2 hours, telling that nobody is picking up the phone. Everybody has phone, but nobody is picking up the phone. Nobody is coming with the solution. They have 2 flights, 3 flights cancelled, but they always giving us the assurance that I will provide you everything. They are not doing anything at all.
फिर उनका 8 बजे फोन आया कि अब हम जा रहे हैं फ्लाइट में बैठने। अब पता चला कि 8 बजे के बाद फिर फोन आ रहा है कि फ्लाइट अब फिर इनकी कैंसिल हो गई, नहीं जा रही है फ्लाइट, और कुछ पता नहीं है अब कब जाएगी। वहां से मैं फोन करता रहा, यहाँ काउंटर पे इनके कोई असिस्टेंस मुझे नहीं मिली। कोई फोन उठाता था तो दूसरे को फोन ट्रांसफर कर देता था या फोन रख देते थे।
Air India flights to New York, Shanghai, Toronto and Jeddah were delayed by 9 to 15 hours, but the biggest sufferers were the 150 passengers of the flight to Dubai. Their flight was delayed by 26 hours, first because the plane hadn't arrived from Dubai, and then because the crew had completed the number of hours that they are allowed to work at a stretch, and Air India was too short of staff to have standbys. Finally, the flight took off after the crew came back after a short rest, and in a statement, Air India said, the flight hours of the pilot on duty were over, and according to DGCA norms, he couldn't fly any longer. A shortage of pilots in the international market is the reason we can't have a spare set of pilots. As for the other flights, Air India says they've been told there were technical snags. Air India is investigating and says they are trying to fix the blame for the delays. For the passengers of flight 841 of Air India as well as other Air India flights, the last few hours, in one case 28, have been absolutely nightmarish. And the reason is something that has cropped up before. It is the perennial fight between the airlines and the DGCA, one of safety on one side and pilot availability on the other. When regulations stop pilots from flying, then of course the situation that arises is one of a logistical nightmare. And as always, it is the passenger who is caught in the crossfire. In New Delhi, Kajori Sen for NDTV.